yes, y'all, you know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 9 to 5s, but we are still married to the games. 062. How you guys feeling out there? It's your boy Gabe Patillo, joined by or with Tim Hall and Tim Router, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. Thank you guys for being here.
Gabe just became a lawyer.
We're excited.
With his
exactly.
and or with hitherto.
It is next gen season. It's holiday season. Thanksgiving's coming up. We have a lot to be thankful for. And number one, we're thankful for you guys. So kicking it off, Tim, the Tiger Claw Router.
Tiger Claw.
I went back and listened to that episode. I'm like, what was I thinking? But it was so funny.
Tiger Claw, Tiger Claw,
Tiger Claw. I just popped in there.
Awesome.
I don't know what that was all about, but it was pretty funny.
Well, you've earned the name.
Thank you. Tim, the Tiger Claw Router.
The Tiger Claw Router.
Perfect.
I can't wait till I call you that in public. People are going to be like, what?
I can't wait either. It'll be fun.
Oh, well, are we going to be at Chipotle and you're going to be like, hey, Tiger Claw, what do you want?
Yeah. That's
the old TC.
Yeah, TC in the place. Oh, man. So, yeah, good to be here again and hanging out with y'all. Good week. Busy as usual. And, just getting ready for Thanksgiving and, yeah, kind of boring. I mean, just the same old. But in gaming news, I'm going to make a statement here. Assassin's Creed 4, best game of the series.
Shut up.
Freaking love it.
I'm so happy to hear that.
I wish that they released this one before 3, because I think 3 they probably could have done away with. And I keep going back and forth. I'm like, why did I not like 3? Because the gameplay is almost exactly the same. You can do a lot of the exact same stuff that you did in 3. Hunting. You know, they have all the different side missions. There's treasures. There's pieces of animus that you can pick up. All the looting and stuff that you do. It's the exact same stuff. I think it's just because of the environment and the theme. I think you can do so much more with a theme like pirates, and you're in the Caribbean, and you can either do naval or you can be on land, versus having a time period in U.S. history. Like, it's hard to probably come up with stories, and maybe that was it too. Maybe the story was lacking a little, but man, this game is great. I have put a ton of hours into this game, and I'm doing everything. I'm just exploring everything. This really is like my GTA. It's really like I am doing everything. Whatever's in front of me, I'm just going to go and do it. And it is really great. I love all the different side things that you can do. You could basically go up to a ship and attack it and loot it. And, you can either repair your ship. You can, and I've unlocked, how in Brotherhood you had all of your assassins you can put on missions and that kind of stuff. And they had the same a little bit in 3. I think it was caravans or something. It was really weird. And I never did it in 3. But with this one, you basically, as you capture ships or take over ships, you can add it and you basically start your own fleet. And then that fleet does all these different missions that you can do. And there's a whole fleet interface that you do. And, you can put them out on missions and then you collect your money and that kind of stuff. Holy crud, it's so good. And there's just so much to do in this game. This game is massive. And there's also like Far Cry 3 little tips too, which is really cool. So I love this game. I'm really, really, really happy. So it's a really good game. And Gabe, I think it's going to look amazing on a PS4.
Oh, I can't wait.
So I definitely say probably by the holidays it should be on sale. If you can pick that up, it's a great game. And Hall, it's like you can just run through all the main missions if you want. If you're one of those people that likes doing side missions along with the main missions, this game is for you. If you just want to do the main missions, that's fine. I think you'll probably blow through it pretty quickly. But it's great. I really love it. I'm just having a ball with it.
Yeah, I'm definitely wanting to check it out. I am a little I did play like a lot of the first one, but I haven't really stuck to the series. I've got the second one because we got it for free on Xbox Live Gold. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And
I don't know.
I haven't even played 1 and 2. I started that whole series with Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and just loved it. That was the first game, the introduction into the Assassin's Creed series. And I don't even know if I want to go back and do 1 and 2, just because I think these are just so good. So, this might just be a standalone series for me that I'm not going to complete. Like, I like completing series. Like, I went back into Dead Space because I really liked it. But I don't know if I need to go back and do 1 or 2. But
dude, that's awesome. That makes me so happy that you like it so much.
I'm really loving it. So
how's the performance on it? Like, does it lock up sometimes?
Yeah,
or does
I've
it get
noticed
slow?
I've noticed a couple frame drops going on here and there. But all in all, it's pretty clean. I mean, there's just a few instances here and there where it just either cuts off or, when you're completing like the side objectives to get 100% sync, like I just experienced it today. Like I killed all these people and it didn't tally it up right away. Like it took like a couple seconds for it to do. So I was thinking about it. And then it finally said, oh yeah, you synced up and your mission's complete. But yeah, so it's great. And I think it's going to be amazing on a next gen console. It's going to look incredible. So I'm super, super excited. And go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, the crazy thing, like you talking about going to next gen and stuff, like they do Assassin's Creed games every year. So I wonder if next year's one is going to be on the PS3 as well. And I bet it is.
Oh yeah, it will be.
It almost has to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I think this time around, we'll see this previous generation live a little longer. Because when the Xbox 360 came out, they killed the Xbox immediately.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Imagine them killing the Xbox 360 immediately.
Oh no, that'd be a big mistake.
There will be riots.
That's crazy.
There will be riots throughout. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. This is such an exciting time, man. We got next gen, we got the holidays, and we got some good games coming up. So I'm super excited, and I'm going to stop talking because we got a lot more to talk about. So next,
Halsifer.
Patillo, you never go second.
Yeah, let's go.
You want me to go second?
Yeah, I want you to go because
go for it.
You got to tell us about your new baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
All right, great.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Moving on, Hall. How was your no?
Here, explain to us how picking it up was. Did you like?
It's funny. I almost did a video. For those that don't know, I went and got the PS4 on Monday. I was out of town, and I think I understand crack addiction now. Like when Friday hit, so
you need
how
your
we
hit.
tour is exactly how we tour is we leave on Wednesdays and come home on Mondays. And so the only full day we have home is Tuesday. And so we left on Wednesday. So we do our show Thursday. Thursday's fine. Thursday night hits though, and my neighbor across the cul-de-sac from me texts me. He was like, dude, I'm going to pick up the PS4 at midnight. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be home so bad.
That got the wheels spinning, I'm sure.
Oh, that had the wheels spinning fast and furious. And I had already called the Best Buy in West Palm Beach, in Tampa, like 2-3 weeks ago, just to see if they had any more pre-release, like reserved copies available. Because I would have just got it in Florida and played it on the road, but they didn't. Man, Friday on was pretty hard. Like from a gaming standpoint, I was like, I want to be home so badly to go get this PS4. It was crazy because this is my first like launch system. I didn't get the PS3 at launch, and I don't think I've ever gotten anything, in launch week. And so it was pretty rough, but stayed busy on the road, tried to busy myself. I'm going back through The Walking Dead on the Vita.
Nice.
Since everything's coming to the Vita, like, as far as Wolf Among Us and, season 2 will probably come to the Vita as well. So, that's what I'm playing on the road. I didn't take my PS3 out this time, mainly because I didn't feel like losing my Pulse Elite
that would be
USB
good.
dongle again.
Yep, again.
And so I was like, and we're switching buses after this weekend. So I was like, man, let me not get too settled in.
Yeah, that's true.
Gabe, you have the most expensive pair of Pulse Elites ever.
I think so.
Just because of the amount of dongles you've had to buy.
Yep.
It's ridiculous, but it's so worth it. And so, got home Monday, called Jenny the night before. I was like, hey, babe, so, miss you guys. And this is what's crazy, man. My daughter, Amara, is wanting to talk on the phone more and more.
That's awesome.
So she's saying, call daddy and blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, hi, daddy. And she'll like talk to me on the phone. Oh, it's the worst. I mean, like it's the best, but it's the worst. You know what I mean? So,
Father of the year right there.
Exactly. But it is incredible to talk to her, but it's just it just makes you miss home so bad,
Yeah.
So anyway, I call her on Sunday night and I was like, hey, just so you know, before I come home in the morning, I miss you guys and all, but Best Buy is going to be the first stop.
Oh, how'd that go over?
It went over fine. My wife's the bomb. She knows what's going on.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so, so I went straight to Best Buy and, everything was fine. I was going to do a video. I was going to do but I was like too anxious. I was already in the store before I realized I should be video recording this.
Your hands start shaking. You're like, oh.
Exactly. And so, went in there. I wasn't planning on picking up a game, actually, to tell you the truth. But just at the last minute, I was like, man, I'm freaking getting Ghost right now.
Well done.
So, picked up the PS4 and Ghost. And then I was going to do an unboxing video. And then I was like, no, there's a million of these things. Let me just, I just got to play this thing.
Let me just dig in.
I was like, yeah, exactly.
So did you get to Best Buy early? Because typically the bus gets in super early in the morning, right? So you must have
I only got the. No, we were coming from Jacksonville, so it was a long drive.
Oh, okay.
So I got there at 9:30 or 10.
Oh, nice.
I was hoping you'd be lined up out the store so they could be like, some guy is standing outside the door
on a Monday morning.
I'm just stepping side to side, all right. So when y'all opening these doors, I mean, y'all what? Y'all wait till 8 on the dot? I mean, come on. Be like, oh, that guy's got both his hands and breathing on the glass.
That's so
great.
Know,
when you're waiting outside of a store, it's only ever cold. It doesn't matter where you are. It's just cold.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So picked it up. The box was surprisingly light. I was very surprised by how light it was. I was like, this doesn't feel, I've just spent a bunch of money for not much.
Is there something in there?
So get it home, connect it, everything's fine. I don't think I'm part of the 0.4% that we'll talk about later on. And popped in Ghost and played the crap out of it. Here's the only thing that happened that was wrong, that was weird. I go back to play Ghost the next day and my save game wasn't there.
Oh, weird.
I have no idea what happened. I've checked it since then and now it's there from when I had to replay the, first, 2 hours or whatever, hour or whatever I played.
Does that save to the cloud?
No, it saves to the system. You can have it back up to, if you're a Plus member, you can have it back up to the thing. But should I even go into all of it now or should I wait more about the PS4?
Let's Hall, you talk about your week and then we can dive. Well, we still have new releases and stuff, but that's probably what we're going to talk about, and then we got to talk about the Xbox One anyway. So
we got to talk about the Xbox.
Yeah, definitely.
We can hit that whenever you want.
Well, I actually picked up Ghosts before last week's show, so I dove into the campaign over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
I like it.
It reminds me a lot of the Treyarch games, and at this time anyway, Infinity Ward is not what it was. So this is kind of a fresh team, if you will. I saw too that Raven had worked on the game. So, I mean, they're kind of, what was it? Raven and Neversoft. So they're kind of putting all hands on deck for this thing now.
Nice.
The story is pretty cool. the cinematic scenes are pretty neat. I mean, they're kind of, pulling you down through these just crazy scenes, kind of similar to how Tomb Raider did, where they just had all this stuff going on screen, and you're just kind of running down. Some of the stuff is a little bit cheesy. I heard that they had gotten a Hollywood writer on this one, so I'm not really sure if that made a difference or what. I think I'm probably about halfway through the game, because I think I've reached kind of that turning point where it kind of changes direction a little bit. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm playing it on normal, and I'm not experiencing the grenade spamming that I used to. So playing the older games, man, I was running around and getting grenaded everywhere. But in this one, I mean, there's a lot less of that. I've died maybe twice.
Oh, that's good.
There's a dog mode. Gabe, did you play enough to get to like where you're controlling the dog?
Oh yeah, Riley.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's funny because I was like, oh, there's gonna be a dog in this, but it's not. But it's not like, it's like when somebody was like, hey, have you seen Iron Man 3? There's a kid in it. I was like, oh, there's a kid in Iron Man 3?
Right.
But it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And it's not like you don't overly use Riley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's in there, but he's definitely,
it's a side
used
thing.
Sparsely. Yeah, they're definitely trying him out, because I think that's something they're going to try to do probably with future games. But man, it's really, really cool. I mean, when I heard that there was going to be a dog in the game, I was pretty excited about it, but I didn't know what it was going to mean. Like if he was just a non-playable companion, or if he was actually you were gonna interact with him in some way. So doing the little dog mission type stuff is actually pretty cool. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and for anyone who's played it, excuse me, for anyone who's like played a lot of Call of Duty in the past, this one, I mean, I say it's more of the same in the multiplayer because it really is, but the campaign it's very similar to the original Black Ops, where it kind of is really doing its own thing.
Yeah, I was about to say it's better. I feel like the campaign is back to being really cool.
Yeah, because I don't know about you, Gabe, but I was sick of the storyline that they were creating with Modern Warfare, like at number 2. I didn't even finish.
I was the
number
exact
2.
same way. I was like, yeah. Like it just kind of, but this one, like, I don't know. And in true, like, Call of Duty fashion, when it comes to the campaign, like the up on the D-pad is like a million different things for whenever they want you to use something.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's really cool. Like there's like and they take you to all these crazy places. You're in space, you're underwater, you know what I'm saying? It's like very, I don't know. I just think it's really cool. The sound design is
the sound design is great.
Oh my gosh, it's good. And, not that it usually isn't, but like, it's just a reminder of how good, especially during the campaign, you get to hear all these different, I mean, that takes a lot of work. I wish people understood how much work that takes. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I don't think I have any more to comment about it. It's just, is it available at Redbox for rental?
I don't know that it is. It's gotta be.
By now,
yeah, I would say if
you
I was going to say, if you are sick of Call of Duty, at least pick it up and play the campaign, because it is pretty fun. It's even like the space thing, like you don't really do a lot in the space mission, but it's just fun.
Yeah,
so, and it's
absolutely.
Like very cinematic. So
yeah, they've got it at Redbox, and they do have both discs for the Xbox.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize there was 2 discs.
1 and 2, yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, very fun game though. And then I dove into a little bit of Halo 4, just kind of moving my way through it.
Oh, there you go.
So I was playing a little bit more of the campaign of that. I know I'm, almost 2 years too late, but
yeah, that's all right.
Whatever.
Kids and wives and 9 to 5.
That's right.
Yep. It's all good.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Moving on. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean it looks really good. The game looks great, and that's what makes me think, like I said, that this generation is going to have some longevity, just because it doesn't seem like, Gabe, you can kind of speak to us on this. Does the PS4 graphically, does it blow you away in comparison?
It's one of those hard things where, like, with each, like, Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed or Halo game that comes out, you're like, oh man, this looks really good. Or when Last of Us came out. But like, you can already tell when I'm playing Ghost on the PS4, you're like, oh, this is going to get ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, even with Last of Us, as good as it looked, you could still nitpick at stuff. Or like with LA Noire, you're like, oh, they did the face, but they didn't do the hands.
Yeah.
Like the PS4 is going to have the power, and the Xbox One is going to have the power to do the whole body well.
Yeah, I noticed some of that in AC4 too, so I'm curious if the PS4 version kind of cleans up everything a little bit.
I think it's gonna get nuts.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's
awesome.
Which is gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it can get as nutty as it wants to be because we all benefit from it. So it's awesome.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, you can look at the beginning of this current gen, or well, I guess it's not the current gen anymore, but you can look at the beginning of the you can look at the beginning of the 360 and the PS3, and you can notice a lot of difference between then and what we have now. Oh my
gosh, yes. And so just knowing that, like, as a video game guy, knowing the growth that's going to happen is really exciting.
Yep.
Another thing too, I can talk about it later. I don't know when I'm going to talk about it, but like, just like, I don't know if this was ever a problem for anybody else, but like the loading times in between levels on Ghost, I was very impressed that the PS4 was downloading games and installing them in the background, and my loading times weren't bad.
Wow.
Like, it slowed it down a little bit. Like, I could tell when I wasn't installing anything anymore, because right away it was installing Call of Duty, installing Contrast, installing Resogun.
Wow.
And so it's doing all that in the background as I was playing through Ghost. And like, I don't know, it just didn't lack.
Hallelujah.
It didn't slow down because of it. Anyway.
That's pretty cool.
That's great.
Router.
What do you think, boys? Should we get into it so we can start talking more about next gen?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, new releases for this week, November 17th, the week of November 17th. Need for Speed Rivals for PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. Band Fuse Rock Legends for 360. Here's one for all you ladies out there, girls. Fashion Shoot for the 3DS. That's gonna be number one next week, right? It's a 3DS game.
Fashion Shoot.
Oh
my god.
Fashion Shoot. Yep. Oh, and here's another one.
Terrible name.
Here's a better one. Hello Kitty Cruisers with Sanrio friends.
Okie dokie.
For the Wii U. Yep.
Nice.
Moving on. Walking Dead Game of the Year Edition comes out this week for the PS3.
They're advertising that on TV.
Yep. It's pretty amazing.
Walking Dead Game of the Year Edition.
Game of the Year.
Wait, which Walking Dead?
It just says The Walking Dead Game of the Year. Is it Telltale?
Yeah, the good one.
What's there to add? Just 400 days?
Yeah, it's just 400 days.
Probably. Yeah, that's probably.
They just wanted a reason to release it on disc again, I think.
Poor Gabe, he got so nervous for a second. He's like, wait, what?
What'd I miss?
Exactly. I was like, hold on a second.
Poor Gabe panicked for a quick second. It's all good, man. We're good. You got it all.
I think that game was just so successful for Telltale that they're going to kind of just get everything they can out of it.
Yeah, they're going back to the people who haven't played it yet, and it's like, boom, here you go.
And they were advertising it during the show.
Wow.
So, and my wife
amazing.
was like, wow, is that like based on the show? I was like, nope, not at all.
Same universe. Yeah.
Yep. Not even close.
Same universe, but yeah, just different story. So.
Yep.
I still haven't watched any of this season. I'm so mad at myself.
I haven't watched last season either. I've got so much. I need a full week of doing absolutely nothing.
Catch up.
And that'll never happen. So I don't know when I'm going to do it. I may just I got to sit down.
Something's going to get spoiled for me, and I'm so mad about it already.
So far, nothing has been spoiled for me, so it's good. But we'll see.
Just don't hang out on Twitter on Sunday nights, and I think you'll be good.
That's exactly right. I don't at all. All right, let's move on. We've got Young Justice Legacy for the PS3 and Xbox 360 coming out. Soul Calibur 2 HD online for Xbox Live Arcade. Mario Party Island Tour for the 3DS. That'll probably be number 1 next week, too.
We have 3 number ones.
We got a couple more. Peggle 2 for Xbox Live. Tearaway for the Vita. And The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds for the 3DS. I guess they're re-releasing. A Link Between Worlds.
They've used that Joker's name so many times in these titles.
I wish I was playing that.
You can.
And one day you can, my friend.
I know.
It's all good.
I don't know. Actually, this is kind of a sidestep. Did you hear that Walmart's doing their Black Friday deals like starting this Friday?
I know. That was one of the stories I had on the 22nd.
And one of the deals they have is 2DS for $99.
Wow.
I saw that, yeah.
You're spoiling all of our news for later.
Whoops.
No, it's all good. Hey, speaking of which, has anybody picked up the BioShock DLC? I think we talked. We totally forgot to talk about it.
I watched a review on it, and they said it's about an hour and a half. I don't know how they could fit that much stuff into an hour and a half, but they said it was just kind of mediocre.
Oh,
I was like, man, because it's like $15, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Or $10.
Shoot.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to go into that world again and
me too.
See it,
I miss
but
it.
I don't own the game. I guess I could go rent it, but I don't know. I can wait on it.
Man, that was a good game.
That was a good game.
That was a good game.
It was. I mean, what they did was they kind of took liberty with the ending of 2 or the ending of Infinite, and they kind of used it to create this other world. And in the review, they said, basically, yeah, you're going back to the story from the first one, but it's really not tightly connected, and it doesn't really seem like it. They just said it didn't feel cohesive with the story that you had. That makes sense,
right?
Oh,
well, we'll see.
And they said Elizabeth is completely different too. The thing that you liked about Elizabeth is the character she was in the game.
Yeah.
So, and they said in this she's completely different. She's basically just
she's a sassy black girl.
I don't think so.
She's like, I ain't going down there. You're like, man, what happened to Elizabeth? She was so sweet before.
Right.
She was so sweet.
What happened to you, woman?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that was one of the things they say. That they're like, oh, well, you first meet her and she's smoking. So that was a little weird.
Oh, great. Elizabeth is turning tricks now. Awesome.
Smokers are jokers.
Yeah, Lee.
Oh, what has she become? All right, let's move on. Top selling games for the week ending November 9th. Number 10, Call of Duty Ghosts for the PC. Once again, a PC game enters the top 10. Number 9, GTA 5 for the PS3. Number 8, AC4 for the PS3. Number 7, GTA 5 for the 360. Number 6, Battlefield 4 for the PS3.
Oh, yes.
Number 5, The Outsider, Pokemon XY for the 3DS.
Yes.
Boom. Just smack in the middle of all these big AAA games. Boom, there's Pokemon XY.
I love it.
Number 4, AC4 for the 360. Number 3, Battlefield 4 for the 360. Number 2, Call of Duty Ghosts for the PS3. And the number 1, of course, Call of Duty Ghosts for the 360.
How many?
Almost 1.8 million units for the 360 and 1.1 million for the PS3.
Wow.
Yep. So
did it
far,
break
so
records
good.
again, or
honestly, I don't think so. I think GTA 5 still has that.
Yeah, I think GTA 5.
I'm wondering.
Yeah.
So that's exciting stuff, man. We got all kinds. I'm actually really happy that Battlefield 4 is up there too. That's kind of they're going head to head, and that's pretty cool that they're hanging in there.
People are saying it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard from everyone. So
Yeah,
My brother-in-law has the game, and he's been playing it a lot. So
I'm trying to get it for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. And there you have it, folks. There's your top selling games for this week, for the week ending November 9th.
Sweet. Hall, talk about that Walmart thing real quick, a little bit more.
We got the news story on our forum yesterday, so I had no idea until somebody posted it. Basically, what they're doing is they're starting their Black Friday deals. So they have their ads out there. People have seen kind of the game deals that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting all of their deals on Friday, and they're matching everyone else's deals.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
Which is just incredible.
That's crazy.
But most competitors are doing that, though, anyway, because remember last year, Best Buy matched the price for Target's ad that we had for a couple of the games, too. I think a lot of people are doing that now.
Yeah, and I was reading in the article that the reason they're starting early is because they're kind of afraid of the retail sales this year. Like, they don't know how well they're going to do this year.
Yeah, I saw that, too. There's been some indicators from different retailers already that sales are not picking up as they should yet. So
they said, too, that because Thanksgiving is so late this year, being on the 28th, that it cuts out a week of that between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
That's a very good point. So either it's just going to be, it could go either way. Either, people are just doing last minute stuff and it just kind of, it doesn't go as well as last year, or you're going to see a huge spike in retail sales for a compressed amount of time.
Right.
Right.
And so, they say some of the next gen games already will be $10 off. I know that's not a huge drop, but it's huge considering they're brand new. I mean, the Xbox One,
awesome.
Will be coming out on the 22nd, the same day that we're talking about Walmart having their Black Friday sale start this Friday.
That's smart.
Skylanders
smart.
And the Disney Infinity starter packs usually are $75 and they're dropping to $37.
Wow.
So that's really...
Wow, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's huge.
And then one of the guys that represented the marketing team over there said, Black Friday is our Super Bowl, and we plan to win. So
there you go.
There you have it.
That's
Can't
funny.
be mad at that.
Walmart's putting it down.
Yeah, I love that.
All right, Target, what do you got now? No, that's awesome.
So shoot, yeah, I guess we're probably gonna see most other retailers just go ahead and start too.
They might.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like this would have needed to be a plan. The fact that they just announced it yesterday, I think it was yesterday, the 19th, is an indicator that they had plans to do this already. So I would think it'd be really hard for other people to get their sales in order quick enough to do it in 2 days.
That's true. That's true.
I think it's smart. I think it's also smart, too, because maybe we won't see as many bludgeonings and killings and beat-ups in all the Walmart stores from people. Maybe it kind of helps, divide it out a little, which would be great. Because if I have to see one more video of people beating the crap out of each other over a smartphone, I'm going to throw up.
Right.
Yeah, it is going to be kind of nice to be able to just go get the stuff I was planning on getting without having to wiggle through like an audience or something.
Exactly.
So I play to win.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Speaking of Walmart, on launch night, I'm guessing in Texas, there was a couple people standing in line, trying to get some PS4s. And guess who was at the front of the line? A guy by the name of Dez Bryant. You might know him. He's the wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. You might have heard his name for other reasons than playing good football, because he has a life outside of the NFL that's catches news as well. But so he's in line buying his PS4, and he says to the sales associate, he was like, "Yeah, I'll get mine and these guys too." And gets the four people around him and buys them all their PS4s. And I thought that was incredible.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. And yes, you can afford it. So that's
exactly.
That's awesome. And why was I not there?
Dang it, man.
But that's what really you're supposed to do with your money. I feel like when you're rich like that, when you're rich, that's what you do.
Amen. That's exactly what you do. Like when I'm going to win Powerball next week, guys, we're going to get both consoles, and I'll pimp you all out.
That's
all
awesome.
good.
Please.
You're going to get a pool, and instead of filling it with water,
be full of X bones.
Yeah, exactly.
Fill it with next gens.
Oh man. So I thought that was really cool of Des Bryant.
That's very cool.
Shout outs.
Before we dive further into it, let's congratulate Microsoft, man. We got Xbox One coming out this weekend.
Yeah, baby.
Man.
Friday.
It's going to be nuts.
The next gen will be fully complete by Friday. So congratulations. It's awesome. And, this is a very exciting time for gamers. So it's very cool.
Now, let's not forget that Nintendo started this generation.
That's right.
The Wii U. Congratulations, Wii U.
Gabe, that was like Wii U. Congratulations. Moving on.
Speaking of
Nintendo.
Speaking of congratulations, you guys are giving me all kind of great segues right now.
Go for it.
Oh, great.
Microsoft tweeted at PlayStation on launch day, said congratulations on launching, which I thought was very gentlemanly of Microsoft.
That was very nice.
So now we got to sit back and watch if Sony is going to be a jerk or not on launch day for the Microsoft.
There's going to be nothing.
Yeah. I mean, that was actually really slick. That was a smart move.
I loved that.
I did awesome. Too. I do hope that Sony says something and doesn't say something like "F you" or something like that.
Could you imagine if they said something smart, Alec? Oh my gosh.
That would not be good. That would not be good. But
I wonder if it was like the social media coordinator was just like, "Trust me, this will be good. Let's post them a little congratulatory note."
Yeah, somebody make me a little picture real quick on green. Yep. So I thought that was awesome.
That was great. That's what it's all about, right there.
I can't wait to see what happens this Friday. I mean, like you guys were saying about next gen being complete, it's going to be so awesome just to see the people so excited and just like it was. I mean, 2 weekends in a row. This has never happened. That the anticipation has been so crazy, and Xbox got some big numbers to live up to. I think they'll hit them like without a doubt. But the PlayStation 4 in 24 hours sold 1 million units in USA and Canada, which is crazy. But they do have a little stain on that record, considering that 0.4% of them people are saying are defective.
Yeah.
So,
and I think we're going to hear. It's interesting to see. We had the PS4 launch, and I knew like right off the bat there was going to be some issues. There's no way that there's not going to be, especially when it comes to. I know the server was down for a little bit or what have you. Like you can beta test this all you want, but until 1 million people actually jump on and like try and do all the things that they need to do, like you just have to kind of be reactive. So. I mean, it happened. It happens all the time, and it's just kind of expected. And I think the community expects. It's like, okay, they got to work out the bugs. So, Gabe, I think when you picked yours up on Monday, you probably missed most of that.
I didn't have any server issues. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, when I downloaded the update, it was quick. I mean, they try to be proactive on the update because I know they let people download it early, like to a USB drive or whatever, so that they could put it on. But that people don't listen to that crap. They don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
So they were calling it the blue light of death. You would turn on your PS4 and the blue light would just pulse and nothing else would happen. And so they've run people through troubleshooting, and they've got a pretty good return thing going on where you can mail it back to them for free, and all this stuff. And they FedEx you a box that you can send back to them. But the turnaround time is 10 to 14 business days.
I believe it though, because they have to get through all the ones that they've already manufactured to the people that they promised it for the pre-orders and that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I mean that I think it's still good. I always want to see how companies respond to things like this when you have that, and that's exactly what they should do. They should be able to box it up. Yeah, the turnaround's a little long. I think it's kind of expected though, just because they're trying to get everything out the door, and they probably have to manufacture. They're in the process of manufacturing more anyway. So
right.
So I'm curious how Xbox One goes this weekend, and I'm sure we'll hear some things. I just hope that for both consoles that it's not There isn't, and we don't get that anything major that's going to happen that's going to jack everybody up. And I don't think that'll happen. They've taken those precautions.
Right.
I wonder if, Microsoft has kind of been taking a page out of Apple's book where they're kind of doing their own retail stores now. And apparently they've got a Genius Bar kind of thing, like where you can bring your stuff in. I wonder if they're going to do this kind of stuff for the Xbox One.
I hope so.
They should.
That would be pretty interesting because I think we have a Microsoft store here in Nashville somewhere.
I know we had one in Green Hills. It was like I guess a kiosk or something like that.
Yeah, like a pop-up store.
Yeah, it was a pop-up store, and then it was gone. So I don't know where it went.
Oh, snap.
What's up?
We forgot to do favorite video game memories.
Oh crap!
We got too excited with all this next gen stuff. We're like, go.
Fail.
You want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is y'all. From y'all to y'all through us.
Oh, yes, y'all.
Favorite video game memories, baby. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Brian Armstrong. I'm from Pullman, Washington. I have 2 kids, a wife, and this is the 7th time I've tried to record this video. I also have no time to play any games because, I got 2 kids. But recently when the game Chivalry came out, all my friends were begging me to get the game because they were saying it was just so much fun and I had to hop on and play with them. And I was skeptical. I'm like, I'm sure it's fun, but I just don't have the time to commit to blocking out, 3 hours a night or whatever to play with friends. Well, they convinced me. So my friends Bradford, Shank, Varl, and Joe, Dave, we all hopped on the same server, and I played it for like 10 minutes, and I was hooked. We played for hours that first night, and when I got done, I hopped off the computer, and my wife said, "Why are you smiling so much?" And I said, "I have friends," because it felt like it had been so long since I had friends I could share video games with. So, Chivalry, it's a great time.
Hey, my name is Calamore. I'm from Scotland. My favourite game video memory is torn between one or two. Either the latest one, which is going to go down in history, will be being left at the end of XCOM Enemy Unknown with my one remaining medic, who after some unconventional naming was Adolf Hitler. Safe to say he was quickly killed. The second memory has to be from my very first console, which is PlayStation 1, and my first game Tekken, and me and my brother taking turns on the tournament and finally beating Heihachi for the first time and getting the video coverage. It was one of the greatest moments I can remember.
Hey guys, with kids, wives, and 9-to-5s. My name's Lucas, and I'm from West Virginia. I currently live in southern Brazil, and I just want to take a moment to share my favorite video game memory with you. It all revolves around the time of Nintendo's heyday, back in the late 80s, early 90s. And I remember 2 games that I beat and completed. The first was Super Mario Bros. 3, and it was awesome. Even though I had help of a couple whistles, I remember when Bowser fell down through the chasm into the hole, spoiler alert, I was so excited. The other is when I had a bunch of friends over, and we stayed up all night playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. And I remember when we beat Shredder and finished that game, it was awesome. I think we woke up the neighborhood because we were so excited. Video games are awesome and bring people together, and so I'm glad to celebrate them with you today.
Okay, my name is Robert Steltonpole. My Twitter handle is @SpiderDude6461, and I want to submit my best video game moment, or the most meaningful video game moment to me. So, back in 2008, I had just come out of a divorce, and I was young. I was 22 at the time, and it was just devastating to me. And I played games, but not a lot. I played, shooters and played one Final Fantasy, but I mainly played sports games. And a friend of mine said, "Robbie, you have to play BioShock." And he swore up and down by it, and I did. I played it. Now, during this time, again, I was just constantly depressed all the time, but playing that game just sucked me into, it was just like reading comics. It just sucked me into a world that I was just enthralled in, that I didn't want to be a part of anything else but this world at the time. The ambience, the music, the themes, the tones of the story, just everything that was involved just sucked me in, and it made me forget about the outside world around me and the pain that I was going through. And so for that, 2K and the BioShock franchise really became my all-time favorite series because of what it meant to me personally through my journey that I was going through. Thank you so much.
Sweet. I love it.
That's so
I continue
awesome.
to love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Thank you guys for sending those in. You can continue to send them in. We're doing them the rest of the year, every week for the rest of the year. So we already have enough to make it through, but we definitely can add some.
I love it.
It's not a problem. It's not a
Are you sure we're going to get through all of them? I hope so.
Yeah, we're going to get through all of them.
Okay. We'll make it happen one way or another.
Exactly. If it feels like it's going to be too many, we'll just do a big segment of them. That's why we started early, so we could get to all of them without it feeling like it was 10 minutes long.
Oh, that's good. That's exciting. That's great.
Yeah.
Shoot, I still got
to send you mine.
I know. I did. I just
Yeah, I know.
both
You
do.
jokers still haven't done one.
I got to do mine too. I just thought of that too, Hall.
You guys are the worst.
Yeah, we're horrible.
Yeah.
We are horrible people.
Hall, you got something else, buddy?
Apple purchased the co-creators of the Kinect Tech. Did you hear about that?
No.
Oh, the
What?
kids' toys?
No, Kinect. Like
Oh, Connect
the
Tech.
Xbox stuff. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Tech.
That's interesting.
Basically, I'm kind of wondering what they're going to use this stuff for, if anything. I mean, I wonder if it'll be an iMac thing or a MacBook thing. Maybe they're going to start having 3D cameras for Skype or something.
I'm almost thinking it's probably going to be more iMac than MacBook, because iMac will have a little bit more stability and power. But yeah, but what are they going to do with it? Is it going to be like some hand motion stuff or retinal scanning? I don't know. What's it going to be?
It's going to be dope regardless.
Yeah, either way, I'm sure it'll be dope.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty neat. But I think I had heard somewhere that they were actually approached before this company had developed the Kinect technology. So that I think that they were approached by this company in the development stages, and then I guess Microsoft was the one that latched onto it.
So what's that mean for the Kinect?
Microsoft, it's in-house tech now, so they're developing the Kinect now.
Oh, okay.
They've kind of taken that technology and developed it themselves. So, I think what it was is that this company had kind of laid the groundwork for them to make the original Kinect, and then after they had kind of learned that technology, they went on to do their own with the Xbox One. So from here on out, it's really anybody's guess. I think, they just needed the company to help them develop it, or to develop it, and then they would purchase it. But they didn't buy the company. So,
Gotcha.
Well,
interesting.
that's good. I mean, that's kind of a smart move for Apple, because then, Microsoft can't buy them back, of course. And if they're doing everything in-house, great. But, you've got the original people who worked on this, so they're probably they may have an advantage because they can enhance it more and more, given the fact that these are the people that started it all. Yeah.
I almost wonder if it's something that they would put in the Apple TV.
Yeah, that can be.
Ooh.
Because nobody's
love my
going to
Apple
dance in
TV.
front of their computer.
Well, you never know.
I don't know.
You never know.
You must not have seen this. There's this thing floating around the internet called twerking.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
People are dancing in front of their computers all the time, apparently.
Thank you, Miley.
So Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U is coming out on November 22nd, the same day that we've been talking about a bunch today. And it is getting incredible reviews.
Good.
And it makes me really excited because I'm planning on becoming a Wii U owner in the spring. And I love Mario. And my wife only plays stuff that has Mario's name in it. I cannot get her to play anything else.
Me either.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not alone in that.
No, you're not.
I think so too. Like I think when I pick up my Wii U, it's going to be all Mario stuff. It'll be Mario Kart and probably this one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then
How can you not like Mario? You know, it's like,
I don't know. People's got chips on their shoulders about
I
stuff.
guess.
Well, Nintendo always like strives to have a certain quality with the Mario games. Like, you know, they'll put off anything else to make sure that the Mario game is good.
Right.
So
right.
you can always be assured, unless it's like Mario's Time Machine or something like that. You remember that game?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Oh boy.
So I'm excited about that coming out. There's a couple games coming out. I mean, you know, with all the announcements of Second Son, I think that its date finally released March 21st.
I want to say 27th.
27th? I knew it was somewhere deep
it's
in
March 20 something, yes.
And also coming out in March was released Final Fantasy X and X2 HD.
Oh, Gabe's
coming to that old PS3.
Gabe's going to get his geek on.
Exactly. I have to wait till it comes to Vita, but I'm not really excited about X2. I never played it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I'd really just be getting it just to play the first one, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And then another game that's coming out more recent that I'm excited about is called The Room 2 on iOS.
Yeah, you loved that first one.
Dude, I love those kind of games. Those like find out how to unlock this door and this latch, and you got to find stuff around. And it's a puzzle game. It's by Fireproof Games. It's coming out on December 12th.
Oh, that's cool.
$5. And I loved the first one. I remember twittering it. It was awesome.
Is it kind of like Myst, where it's kind of like photorealistic, or?
Yeah. It's the graphics on it are incredible, but it's not like a slideshow like Myst was.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a really good game. So if you ever see that go on sale, I would say pick it up just because it's really interesting and fun.
Yeah, I've seen it go on sale. It hasn't been under my radar yet.
Yeah, that's all good. You got something else, Hall?
I saw that Amazon announced their app stream service. Did you hear about this?
No, what is that?
Basically, it's seems to be similar to what Gaikai is doing and what Xbox One is doing with their kind of cloud processing type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially what they're trying to do is give developers a way to stream their like high performance games to a tablet or a phone.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're also doing it for desktop computers as well, but it's very interesting because imagine being able to play, you know, a high concept game on your tablet, but it's not actually doing the processing. So very similar to OnLive and Gaikai and Microsoft Service. It looks like Amazon's just wanting to enter into the same thing.
Ah, I got you.
That's why it could be a matter of time before we see Steam do something like this, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, if Amazon's going to do it and if Amazon pushes forward and it's pretty successful, you could imagine. Because that's the whole idea. Like, I thought that they were getting the Steam box out there so they could eventually say, hey, we're going to give you a streaming device.
Right.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder.
That's interesting.
Man, this is an exciting generation we're going into.
I know. I was about to say, I cannot wait for that stuff to jump off. Like, for all this guy, like, I tweeted it last week, like, just the thoughts of, like, playing stuff like Kingdom Hearts and stuff like that on my Vita, you know, over, you know, via Gaikai is just, I mean, those games make so much sense. Ni no Kuni, like, could come to the Vita through Gaikai, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, that would be awesome.
If they could bring the entire PS3 library to Gaikai through the Vita, I mean,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you'd see a heck of a lot more Vitas being sold.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Can I talk a little bit about the PS4?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so just some quick bullet point stuff that I really enjoyed about it. The keyboard has a cursor on it that's controlled by moving the controller around. Not like you think like, oh, up, down, but just like kind of rotating it. And so it makes typing way faster.
Oh, that's awesome.
And because of the podcast and because our listeners are awesome, I have a lot more friends on the friends list than I used to have. So I'm actually sending a lot of messages. And of course, the PlayStation app works fine, but they don't have that for Android. So I have to like go get my iPad and then, blah, blah, blah. So that's awesome. These are just quick things I noticed. This is obviously not an extensive list, but we all know that the Pulse Elites weren't going to work out of the box. But one thing I didn't consider was the Pulse Elites have a 3.5 millimeter jack, and a cord that comes with it.
Yes.
So you can actually plug that into the controller, and they work perfect.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
You can play the game audio through them too?
Yes. There's an option in the settings that says send all audio through the controller. And so I can have all the audio in the headphones and use the microphone still.
Wow, that's awesome.
Now, I don't think you're able to use the true 7.1 surround sound.
Yeah, there's no way.
You can set it that it's like, does some kind of bit streaming Dolby or something like that. So I don't know what all that means. But the microphone works, but you don't have complete control over the volume because you're not using the power of the Pulse Elites. So they're pretty much wireless because the controller's wireless, but you're wired to the controller. But they work awesome. What else? Cross game chat. I tried that. I had never done that before. I know that's old news for Xbox guys, but for us PS3 guys, this is a brand new thing. So it was kind of cool. My boy Jason Stansel from Seattle was on his PS4 playing Knack with his wife, and I hit him up and we talked, and I was playing Call of Duty multiplayer and he was playing Knack, and it was awesome.
That's really cool. How is Jason doing, by the way?
He's doing really good. He says it's crazy busy. Obviously, Second Son's coming out in March, and so it's batting down the hatches time.
Probably got some deadlines coming up here.
Exactly.
Yeah, just a few.
And so, and I'm going to see him in February. And
awesome.
So I'm going to try to get an interview in when I see him, and so it'll be really cool because it'll be right before Second Son comes out.
That's great, man.
That's awesome.
And then what else? Oh, just going in and out of the menu from the game to the menu is seamless. Like, it works way better than I thought it was going to. And so like I'd be playing multiplayer, and then the thing would end, and I would just jump out to the screen, answer some messages because me and Jason were talking back and forth, and then jump back into the game and be ready for the next map.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I do that now on my 360, but it's really slow.
Right, and I can't wait for people on the one to be able to feel that, because because it's going to be so much stronger. I mean, it really is seamless.
We need 8 gigs of RAM to do that. So.
I know, apparently.
Yes.
And then you can. I think you could do this already for the PS3, but I never used it. You can send voice messages instead of just typing. So like Jason was talking to me on using his PlayStation app, and I couldn't keep up because I was just playing, just typing on the PS4. But I clicked over and I was like, oh, what's this little record audio thing? So I recorded this thing, and it gives you like 15 seconds, and you can be like, hey, blah blah blah. I answered all his questions and then sent it, and then he typed back. He was like, ha ha ha, you're so next gen. I was like, yeah, I am.
Yeah, you are.
And it does really good with the sound. And I know Xbox has had this already, but like when I was talking to Jason over cross game chat and then playing Call of Duty, I still felt like I was getting all the sounds of Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel like I was lacking in that because I was talking to him. It just felt like his voice was on top of it, like if I was talking to somebody that was in the same game as me.
So you can technically be a video game voice, Gabe, because you can chat with somebody and they can be walking by an NPC
Exactly.
and you can be like, man, it's cold out here.
Yeah.
Boy, show is cold out here.
Hey, you got to do that.
Gosh, I wish they would do something about this break room.
Finally.
All of Gabe's dreams are about to come true.
Yeah. And then I wanted to set at ease. Some people were pretty disappointed that I picked up Ghost. I think because it's a bro game and it didn't feel like next gen. But you have to remember that my neighbor across the cul-de-sac from me, 100 steps, has Killzone. And so me and him are going to swap in the coming up weeks.
That's awesome.
And it'll just be nice to have somebody really close. He went, obviously got his on launch day, like I was saying. So it's going to be nice to have somebody so close that also has a PS4.
That is great.
That's great, man. That's awesome.
Your own showmates don't even have one.
I know. It's a shame, but it's okay.
Oh, well.
I think that's it.
So quick question for you.
Oh, remote play too. I'm sorry, Hall.
Yes,
Router.
remote play. How does it work?
Remote play, it worked well. I only tried it in the house so far, so I'm going to try it when I'm gone. And last night, I don't think the Vita has as strong of a Wi-Fi thing in it, obviously, as like an iPad or a laptop.
Mm.
Well, neither does the PS4. It's got the 2.4 gigahertz.
Yeah,
spectrum.
so I'm wondering if I should put the cable modem in there and do the PlayStation to Ethernet. But it seems to be getting connection fine, but because it's right next to the room that has it. But when I was getting good signal on my Vita, I mean, it was pretty good. Like I played Resogun and I played a little bit of Call of Duty just to see what it would look like. I would recommend first person shooters on that. That thing was hard to play.
I bet.
Because, you have the R1 and R2 and L2 and L3 and anyway, so it was just it was difficult trying to figure out where all the buttons are, considering that, the Vita's missing L2 and R2, L3 and R3, for running and for stabbing. But it worked pretty doggone seamlessly. So we'll see this weekend. I'll try it out on the road and see if I can get some good internet and try that as well. But like when it's going to come to like RPGs and stuff like that, because I think, is Diablo coming? Diablo's coming to PS4, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So when it comes to some games that don't need like real super fast reaction like a first person shooter does.
Diablo needs pretty fast reaction.
Does it?
Yeah.
I thought it was slower than
than
Ghost. But yeah, so anyway, when it comes to some of the slower games, maybe not Diablo, but maybe some other RPGs where you go into a battle, area like, the Final Fantasies or whatever, maybe it'll be better for that.
Very cool.
Whew. All right. You want to get into some questions here?
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, you know where to find us. Twitter.com/MTTGcast, Facebook.com/marriedtothegames, marriedtothegames.com/forums, or just come to the website, check us out, see what's cracking over there. Chris has got some cool stuff going there with the polls and with stories. So come check that stuff out as well. Podomatic, youtube.com/marriedtothegames. We're trying to be all over the place and we're trying to keep it up to date while I'm on the road. So let's get into some questions.
I love that, man. Oh, that's great. All right, let's do this. We've got over on Facebook, our boy Mike Fowler. Good question here. The 2006 PS3 is way different than the 2013 PS3. How do you guys think the PS4 will evolve? The system, the apps, and the games. We touched a little bit about it. I think it's going to evolve just as well and probably, if not better, than what this current generation did. Because the technology is going to get better, so things are going to get upgraded, and I think that's just isn't that a natural cycle of consoles anyway?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in about 3 or 4 years, we'll see like the second revision where it's maybe a little smaller, even. Who knows?
And probably more, and have more power to it as well.
It's definitely not going to be the Genesis, where by the time that thing was about to die, man, it looked like it was on life support.
Oh.
It was ridiculous.
Poor Genesis.
Iron lung and everything. But I think, is he talking maybe software-wise?
Yeah, he said
we could see some updates with that.
Yeah, he said system, apps, and games.
Yeah, I think that the app flow will probably be a little more seamless than it is now, even. I mean...
Yeah,
I don't have one, so I can't speak to that. But things did get faster, seemingly. Well, no, actually, I take that back. The 360 and the PS3 got a little slower, I think, over the course of their lives. Either that or we kind of got used to things being faster.
Well, they just crammed so much. They wanted to cram more and more stuff into it, but it was still working off an old skeleton.
Yeah, I think with this console cycle, they probably built these OSs with expandability in mind. Because going into last generation, I don't think they knew that these consoles were going to be what they are now.
Yeah, I mean, they keep calling it future-proof, which I don't know how you know.
Yeah, how do you secure that?
PC gamers are like, it's not even present-proof. But,
Nice.
we'll see how they come up with, they might nickel and dime us a little bit. Like, if you want to really play a game.
Right.
Get this. And you're like, oh man, 8 more gigs. I didn't even know I had room for that, so we don't know what it's going to be. I don't think hardware wise they'll change much because I don't think they changed it from the PS3 different ones. I mean, my Slim worked pretty similar to how the Fatty worked.
Yeah, I don't think that they didn't change anything like hardware wise. I think they changed the size of the processor. So, it didn't change speed. It just kind of got smaller footprint. So
it got more compact. Mm-hmm. So here's a question to add to his question. Do you think that this next generation consoles will have the same life as this current generation did? Do you think we're going to?
Yeah.
You think we've got 6 to 8 years? You think we've got 8 to 10 years on this one, or even earlier?
Yeah, I think it's going to be at least what the PS3 was. I think it's got to at least be 7 years.
Yeah,
there's no way
least.
in 5 years from now they come out with something else. It's going to be. I think it'll be a longer generation than the last one.
There you go.
I think so too. I mean, shoot, what in 8 years? I mean, our PC is going to have like 32 and 64 gigs of RAM, or what? Like, what are they going to compete with at that point?
Yeah, exactly.
Because, I don't know nobody can say for certain because we don't know the future. But I mean, aren't we getting to the point where people just want it to run at 60 frames and look good, and that's it?
Yeah. Like, what envelope do we have to push more?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I don't know, and maybe it'll come up, and maybe the Oculus Rift has something to do with it. Who knows? But
because I was going to say I'm still pretty happy with my PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. So
exactly,
I'm playing Ghosts, and to me it looks pretty good still. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Good question, Mike. Thank you for that. We got another one from our boy Scott Clark. You guys have been praising the Pulse Elites a lot on your show. Heck yeah, we have. While I'm still only using my Turtle Beach X12s, I appreciate that I can use them on either the PS3 or the Xbox 360. I've purchased both a PS4 and Xbox One. You go, boy.
I know. Go get it, Jack.
And would prefer to have a headset that will work on both consoles. Does such a thing exist as of yet? P.S. I've heard that the Pulse Elites will work on the PS4, but only after an upcoming update. That is true, and thanks to Gabe's little hack, you can use them through your controller, so that's even better. Yeah,
and I think the Xbone controller has an
I think you're right.
A jack on it as well,
because the 360 one does. But the 360 one, it wouldn't play game audio through the controller, but I imagine the one does.
I think so too. So I'm wondering if using the 3.5 millimeter jack, if you'll be able to just use the Pulse Elites on there too.
Yeah, give it a whirl.
I bet you could. I mean, you could theoretically use any pair of headphones. Like if you don't do any chat, I don't ever really do chat on either of my consoles. I mean, I would just plug some headphones in.
Oh, speaking of Hall, when you were playing multiplayer on Ghost, did you notice, and maybe this was a thing they had before and I just never noticed, did you notice that when you killed somebody in multiplayer, their microphone kicked on for a second so you could hear their reaction to dying?
No, but I wonder if that's in there.
So, it is so funny. Like, I didn't notice it because, I'm just starting, so I've got like the stock everything, right? Mm-hmm. And I think the first gun you get is called like the honey boo boo. Yeah, exactly. It's called the honey boo boo child. And anyway, so I killed somebody and I heard somebody go, "Oh man, the honey boo boo." I mean, obviously it's not the honey boo boo, but he said the name of the gun that I killed him with, and he was like, "Oh man, come on." And I was like, "Wait, I was like, how did somebody know that I was using that? And then I started paying attention, and every time I killed somebody, their name, if they had a mic, their name popped up in the top left where it shows who's talking. Oh, it is so funny hearing people die. They're like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, that's so funny.
Awesome.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
It's
awesome.
great.
Hey, Gabe, the Pulse Elites do have a built-in mic, though, don't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I was using when I was using the cross game chat. I was using the Pulse Elites.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. To answer his question, is there a headset that will work with both?
I think the Turtle Beach ones.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, you could theoretically, I mean, in this current gen, you could theoretically use the Pulse Elites with the 360 because you just buy the audio adapter for it.
Oh, really?
You would plug it in. You would have to convert RCA to 3.5, and then you would plug it into your dongle.
That's a lot of work. But that's not wireless, though.
Well, with the next gen, man, it would be wireless, like with the 360.
Huh.
You could use your Pulse Elites wirelessly with the 360. You should be able to anyway.
Oh, wow.
But, well, I think. Oh, goodness. But
you're going to get an email.
Yeah, that's right. You're going to get called out, homie.
But the Xbox One, I mean, there's no way. It just breaks out to HDMI and that's it.
I know, but the controller is where I think that's where it's going to be. That's where the moneymaker is.
Yeah, I agree. Because I wouldn't mind having a cable from my controller to my headset. I mean, that's how my 360. That's how like the cheap 360 headset works, like the one that comes in the box. I mean, you just plug it into your controller and go. So.
And that's how the new one will be too, because the PS4 and the Xbone both come with mono earbuds, I think.
Interesting. That's a good question, Scott. Thanks for that.
Yeah, thanks, Scott.
We got some new Twitter questions from some new users, so I'm very excited.
New blood.
Here we go.
Freshmen.
At Toronto Geek Girl, what games do you think show off or will show off the new console's capabilities best while still being a kick boop game?
That was an amazing edit.
I went ahead and censored myself for you.
That was amazing.
That was really good. That almost sounded like post editing.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Hall. One less thing you have to worry about. So that's what games do you think will show off or will show off? Man, I think definitely Titanfall will show off Xbox One. That is for dang sure. And I think Second Son's going to kill it for the PS4.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but these racing games always
they always look so good.
You know what I'm saying? That's why so many come out. I mean, it's almost like what they're for. They're benchmarks for the consoles.
Yeah, they're built for it. So yeah, I think that's going to be interesting. It's only going to get better, folks. It's only going to get better.
Yeah.
We've only just begun.
I think actually, too, Halo 4, man. Or not Halo 4, Halo 5.
Yeah. 5 is probably going to look amazing.
Is going to look ridiculous because, like I said, 4 looks really good as it is. So 5 is just going to be. It's probably going to be 1080p 60, and it's going to look amazing. So
yeah,
and we haven't even talked about freaking Uncharted 4.
Oh yes. My gosh!
Boom shakalaka.
Yes, y'all.
That's going to be ridiculous.
So
gosh.
So many people are trying to figure out who the voice is, and where is this going to, what time period is this going to take place? Man, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this. This is going to be fun. I love when they do that kind of stuff. Just quick little teaser stuff. You're like, oh, it's good.
I still haven't even watched it yet, and I'm excited.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Is it good? Is it a J.J. Abrams trailer?
It's very teasery. It's basically it's going across the map and there's a guy talking in the background.
Yeah, that's all. There's no lens flares or anything like that. We're
sorry, I spoiled the trailer for everyone.
Yeah.
No. I mean, that's fine.
No, it's all good. You'll love it. Anyway, great question, Toronto Geek Girl. Welcome to the family. That's awesome. Let's see.
Got a new sister in the house.
That's right. Hector Ramirez at Sora213. How do you think Xbox One PS4 will do in its first year? I think it's too early to tell. It's just going to be, it's just going to be one of those things we're just going to have to wait and see.
It depends on what you mean by how do you think they'll do. I mean, PlayStation sold 1 million copies, units in the first day. And so it's like, I think the numbers will probably be very good as we go into the Christmas season and stuff like that. But I mean, we all know, and I think we should run it down next week just as a reminder of some of these launch titles that are coming out in these first 4 to 5 months of the consoles being out. There's some ridiculous games that are coming out.
Yes.
I mean, you were just mentioning Second Son. We've got Watch Dogs. We've got Titanfall. We've got Destiny. I mean, we've got all these like incredible games that are going to be coming out and bringing people together. So I think that it's going to be just fine.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm certain of that. And plus, this generation will be off to a better start than the last one was because they can actually produce more consoles now.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it was with the PS3 launch, regardless of the price, I think it took them a whole week to sell like 150,000 or something like that.
No way.
So, they sold 1 million on day one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because the production, they could keep it ramped up. And, we probably have Apple to thank for that because they, get millions of everything made. So I think all these factories are used to that now.
Hey,
that's a good point.
Hey, I had a quick question. When did this current gen come out? Did it come out around the holidays?
Xbox 360 was holiday 2005, I think. And the PlayStation 3 and the Wii were holiday 2006.
Okay, so they do come out around the holidays. I didn't know if it A, that's smart, and B, I didn't know if it was at some other time.
The Wii U might have shot itself in the foot by not coming out during the holidays.
Yeah.
Because it came out, I think in March.
Yeah, you're right. It did. Oh, interesting. Good question, Hector. Thanks for that. Okay, at Euro Chuck Norris. I love that. That's a great tag. What's up, fellas? Love the show. Longest game session you guys had in one sitting?
Oh, I already know mine.
Oh, hit it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Uncharted 3, baby.
Oh, yeah, you did. That was, 15 hours straight?
Start to finish.
Beat it in one day.
Beat it in one day.
I got on the bus early, got in the back lounge, and I think at 5 o'clock in the morning, I finished it and went to bed.
Did anybody give you a look of shame after you finished it?
Everybody was asleep.
Oh, okay.
That's good. That was smart.
No shaming.
It was as the truth trickled out the next day.
Yeah.
They were like, "So how long did you play that game?" I was like, "Huh?"
That's awesome. I don't know. My longest gaming session, it probably was through the night. And because I haven't been doing this as long as you guys have, but I think it was probably Far Cry 3. I started at 10 o'clock at night and went till 4 or 5 in the morning.
That was a good game, boy.
Yeah, that was a good game. How about you, Hall?
I think it might have been the original Metal Gear Solid because I think I beat that. In one sitting, and it was 10 hours or something. I don't remember.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
It was either that or
there was definitely a LAN party or two that I was a part of that we just gamed all night long.
Oh my gosh, we played Smash Brothers, I think, for 12 hours one time. So that might have actually been the longest.
That's awesome.
That game was so fun. We started out the night playing GoldenEye, and then somebody was like, "Hey, let's try this Smash Brothers game," and it was brand new at the time, so we were all like, okay. And then we put it in, and we couldn't stop playing.
Such a good game.
Yeah,
so fun. Oh my god,
that's good stuff.
And I would always make people mad because I would always be Pikachu.
And he was so fast with his jabs.
Yeah, and people would get annoyed because every time he'd do a move, it was like Pikachu. I just did it to be annoying.
Of course, that's awesome. All right, good question. At Devin Tyus, now that next gen is here, do you guys see yourselves playing a lot of current gen or retiring the older systems? I'm not gonna. I've already got it. I think set up the way I want it set up. I've got a couple extra HDMI ports in the back of my TV, so I'll just pop the PS4 on the other side of the table, and that way, if I want to go back, I mean, there's too many current gen games that I still want to play, or I may want to play again, that I like having that option of keeping it there. So I don't think I'm retiring it anytime soon.
You know what's funny is I didn't plan for this to happen, but I kind of slowly got rid of my pile of shame.
Nice.
And so I don't know what game that's coming to PS3 only. I don't think my
The
PS3
Last of
days
Us
are.
DLC.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know if I'll do it.
Really?
I mean, maybe if it looks incredible and I have to do it, but do I still have that game? Yeah, I still have it.
I don't. I'll be picking it up again.
You could borrow mine.
There you go.
That could
I got
work.
mine too.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying that my PS3 is riding off into the sunset. I mean, the thing is just barely out of warranty because it's, the super sexy slim. But
We've only just begun.
but man, I'll tell you what, man. When I started that PS4 up the other day and started playing it, and then looked over at the PS3, I was like, "Well, buddy,
Yeah, it's been a good ride.
well, old Yeller."
Let's go home and out back. Spoiler alert. No, I'm kidding. Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know. It just depends on what comes. For me, obviously, you guys don't have next gen yet, but for me, obviously, it makes what comes out on the PS3 that's not going to come out for the PS4.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think what I'm going to do. Oh, go ahead, Ryder.
The only thing I was going to add was I think I'm just keeping mine as an archival piece, in case I want to go back.
Oh yeah, I'm not getting rid of it.
Oh, of course.
It'll be like the Declaration of Independence. It'll be under glass.
That's right, with track lighting and museum ropes.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
Museum glass at that.
Museum
that stuff
glass.
is incredible.
Yep.
What were you about to say, Hall?
I'm probably going to pick up next gen at the end of summer of next year, and I'll probably get rid of my other consoles at that point because I've always been one of those guys that does the trade up kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be time. I mean, I got a Roku, and that thing is better at Netflix than the Xbox is. So it's
right.
It's because if you think about it, because I know a lot of people are like, man, I love to watch Netflix on my PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360. Those things are a little overblown for doing Netflix stuff now. I turn on the Xbox and it's like, it's like, I mean, both consoles, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. I mean, it's like turning on your computer to watch Netflix. Really?
Right. You're like, just get an Apple TV.
Oh, dude, the Roku cost me like $40, and
the Apple TV was a gift.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
well, I was going to say
awesome.
the Roku cost me like $40, and it works perfectly for Netflix.
Wow, that's
So
awesome.
You know
I
what?
don't think twice.
The fan did kick up on me last night. I forgot to mention the fan on the PS4 kicked up, and I was like, "What's that?" And it wasn't loud, but it definitely was like the fans, which I'm just so not used to because my Slim. And then when I had my Fatty, I don't know if my fan was broke, and that's what ended up breaking my Fatty in the first place. But the fan never kicked on that thing. And so it was interesting, but at the same time, it was like downloading, installing, and playing a video game all at the same time.
It was probably
That's
getting
crazy.
gassed.
It was like, good Lord, man, I'm a console, not a
What
computer.
are you trying to do?
Yeah.
Slow down, brother. Slow down.
Oh my! The funny thing about the Roku is, I was looking through the manual. I was like, "How do you turn this thing off?" Because there is no off button or anything.
Sure.
And it was like, "Oh, the Roku uses less power than a nightlight, so just leave it on."
All right.
I was like, "What?"
Whoa.
I was like,
You
the
sounded
360
freaking Speed
uses
Racer just then.
as much power as 2 old PCs. So, jeez.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Good question. Good question. At Drew Rowland 82, favorite current TV show?
Ooh.
Well, that's a good one.
Anything that's on AMC.
Yeah,
I
right.
know that's right.
Right now.
Shark Tank.
Man, that is a good one.
I love that show.
That is a great show.
The innovation that it I don't know. It's just like America's not dead with thinking of stuff.
Yeah, I love seeing the different inventions, and in fact, it's kind of fun to go in a store and actually see the
thing.
the thing that they backed, and it's like, oh, that's cool.
I love that show.
Yep.
And I think that's the only one I watch religiously.
Yeah.
I try to catch all the Shark Tanks. Blacklist isn't too bad.
I heard that was good.
I've been
Yeah,
meaning to
I
check
like
that
that
out on your recommendation.
Yeah, I like that show.
Yeah.
Router, do you have one?
Well, I mean, I love The Walking Dead. I just have to catch up on it.
Yeah, that's me too.
And I have to catch up on a few other like premium shows. Like I finished season 3 of Boardwalk Empire. It's funny because when I go and get my shots, I have to wait 30 minutes. So I bring my iPad and I have HBO Go app on there. So that's how I'm able to catch up on a lot of stuff. I caught up on Game of Thrones during that time because you have to wait 30 minutes after your shots in case there's any allergic reaction or anything. So that's where I get some of my
allergic reaction to your allergy shots.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, Lauren and I have been watching a lot of sitcoms. Like we love How I Met Your Mother, and Mike and Molly just started back up. Man, Megan McCarthy is hilarious.
Is she funny on there?
She is so funny,
Good for
and
her.
yeah, it's a good show. It's good for married people. Yeah, that's I think what we're watching. Oh, and Big Bang Theory, of course.
There you go.
All right, last question.
I might steal that question for this week because that's a really good question. I like that question.
Go for it. At Loki Hellfire, Jason Hinkle.
Goodness gracious.
I know, that was a good one.
From Devil Beelzebub Hell.
From the depths of hell.
Yeah.
How old do you think kids should be to play E-rated video games? Do you think it affects their development? That's a good question. I think it. There have been studies that say, and we've talked about this on a previous episode, where it can help with motor skills and that kind of stuff. So I'm always for that kind of research that helps with development of a child. As far as E-rated games, I don't know. I think once the coordination starts kicking in and they understand concepts and get an idea of perception, I think that's. I think you just have to gauge it. I don't really know how when I'm going to start introducing Piper to everything, but I guess the time will present itself.
Yeah, I think you'll notice the interest in it.
Yeah.
Over just wanting to hold the controller because daddy's holding the controller.
Exactly.
Because that's where Amara's at right now. She's like, I play too. And I'm like, yeah, you sure are.
And then she grabs the controller and then headshots somebody. That's when you know it's time.
Yeah, Gabe, just hold on to one of your PS3 controllers for her.
Oh, trust me, that's what I do now. So, yeah, I don't know if there's a certain age. All these kids, being a dad, man, I found out that all these kids are so different, man. Like, you can have 3 different kids and them all have extremely different personalities. Like, one of our buddies, me and Router's buddies, Leah and Jeffrey's son, Ari, is like one of the smartest kids I've ever heard speak
that boy
before.
is brilliant.
And so
that boy he's so eloquent in his speech
it's
too.
Weird,
It's like perfect grammar, perfect English.
Yeah,
it's
he's
amazing.
Like 3. He just turned 3. And so it's kind of one of those things like, some kids might be ready earlier than others. I don't think there's an age on anything when it comes to kids anymore.
Yeah, I think you just need to gauge it. And once the interest is there, because, if they see something that they like and they're interested in, they'll let you know about it. So,
yeah, exactly.
It's definitely something that you have to gauge.
Hall, when did you let your dog start playing E-rated games?
Very shortly. I don't know.
Well, shoot, they can turn on the Xbox. So
yeah, my dachshund can do that.
That's funny.
I think you start them out with the NES, honestly.
I know that you preach that, boy.
Yeah, man. I mean,
you've definitely preached that.
Well, because there's no latency. You start them out with if you're worried about motor skills or whatnot, you start them out with something that's instantaneous when you play it.
Yep.
So you play Mario Brothers on an NES on a CRT, and there is no lag. So
awesome.
That's one way I would think to do it, and I have an NES. When I have kids, that's probably what I'll do. So
that's awesome.
I love that.
Plus, it'll be fun to go back and play those games with somebody who's never experienced it.
Yeah, I'd be curious how. I think that'd be really fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whoop Amara in track and field like my dad did me. My dad wore me out on the power pad.
That's funny.
That's awesome. There it is, folks. Those are the questions. Thank you so much for sending those in. And every week, usually the day before, we will send out a tweet, usually closer to Tuesday evening if we're recording on Wednesday. We'll send it out. So I love getting newcomers asking questions. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you guys. And I'm actually going to steal Drew Rowland's question for you guys. What are you guys watching? What are you guys watching out there on television? Are there some good shows that we're missing out on that we need to know about that might be flying under our radar? The little dark horses out there that are killing it and we just don't know anything about them? Let us know. Use hashtag AnswerMTTG. We also have a movie/TV section of our forum under Real Talk. So,
and we'll also make a like we've been doing with the forum now,
question of the week.
where we'll make a question of the week thread, so you can just come and answer it directly.
Yeah, sweet. And let us know about these sales, man. It's the time for sales.
Yeah,
so
totally.
We have a deal talk section. I tried to do a bunch of Amazon ones. Amazon was having a bunch of stuff yesterday. So go there and put some links to some stuff and let us know what deals are happening out there, because it's that time of year where we trying to get some stuff for cheap up in Hearn. Y'all ready to get out of here?
Let's do it.
Well, I'm Gabe Patillo. That is Timothy Hall. That is Tim the Tiger Claw Router.
Forever pegged.
And we are
Tiger Claw.
we are married to the games, and we about this thing. Peace.